I'm here with James, the Rust Belt Wrestling Champion. James, now you were supposed to fight Tim tonight, but he didn't show up. What happened here?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask him. You know, what type of disrespect is it for me and the belt for him not to show up? Was he worried about getting teamed up on? Come on, man. I don't need that to beat you. I don't need that to beat any of you pathetic challengers out there.
Now, I had heard that Steven had said that he didn't want Tim to walk into a 2-on-1 situation, but Matt had never made it clear that he was going to force a 2-on-1 situation. I mean, it seems like just a cheap cop-out.
Moneymaker has to change his name to Excuse Maker, because that's what he's coming up with. All I hear is excuses or reasons why he can't come or any of his cronies can't come take a shot at this belt. Man, I would probably come up with excuses too if I knew I was going to get it handed to me. That's why I'd stay in Pittsburgh. I don't blame him.
So, tonight he said that he wants to make the best match possible, and he's going to wait until Matt uses his rematch clause, but Matt had told me specifically he wasn't going to force a three-way match or use his rematch clause until he fought Tim because he didn't feel like it was necessary.
You know what, Dave? Those are questions you're going to need to ask the excuse maker. I don't know what these guys' reasoning is for not wanting to come out and get a shot at the belt. All I know is this. You come at me, you're going to lose. And you lose, you're going to be deemed as weak, and you're going to be deemed as having no freaking status in this federation. So it makes total sense why those guys are coming up with excuses and coming up with reasons why they don't want to come at the belt.
Now, last week when they played in the Survivor Series match, it took them a while to put away Team Cleveland. They were able to put away Neil pretty quickly, but then it kind of fell apart when they were going against Kalissa, who is our first Rust Belt champion. Now, they couldn't put away Kalissa, and then she finally fell after about an hour of play, and they just couldn't deal with her. I mean, what does that say about the standards in Pittsburgh?
Pretty weak, if you ask me. You know, Kalissa, a former champ. Could you imagine what they had to do against the current champ? Those guys would probably lose in about 5 minutes if it took them over an hour to get to her. So I'm not even worried about them. And also, that's another thing. I came back from Europe to defend this belt because I'm a fighting champ. And what happens? Excuse Maker keeps him and his boys in Pittsburgh and keeps them from coming at me. You know what? These guys, I understand that you got to make deals to keep people happy. But you know what? It's not my problem these guys are coming with excuses to not want to freaking fight me.
All right, James, thank you for your time.
You know, I got one more thing to say, Dave.
All right.
Excuse Maker and your minions, you want a shot at this belt? Respect it. Don't be coming up with excuses why you can't come at me. I'll see you later.
Thank you, James.